My name is Violet Lewis. I'm the athletic staff photographer, recent graduate.
I'm Jensen Linder. I'm a senior here at NKU, and I am the Northern Kentucky Athletics videographer.
Seth Cooper. I am the coordinator of creative media here at Northern Kentucky University Athletics.
So why NKU? How did you arrive at NKU, and what made you want to get started in the creative services?
I grew up in Northern Kentucky, played sports in Northern Kentucky, so it's always, been surrounded by the Norse. And, when graduating high school, I looked into different programs and stumbled upon the EMB program at NKU and fell in love with it.
So whenever I toured NKU, it just felt like home, and it just seemed right.
For the last year and a half, I've helped try to grow our media team and grow our creative services, and just try to push ourselves to be as big as we can and try to put us in the limelight as much as possible.
In terms of photography in general, where did that start? Where did your passion for photography start?
I started shooting when I was 16, took photos of my soccer team at my high school. I went to a really small school. And then towards the end of COVID, I started getting into it again. And then I didn't start again until I was a sophomore in college for the men's basketball team.
My big passion is for storytelling. If I was an athlete and I scored, the game winner, I'd want to be able to see that 5 years from now, and not the broadcast feed. I want to see the emotion of after I hit it and me running up to the camera and going nuts with my teammates. But I think it's super unique being able to just capture the raw emotion from games and just the pure joy that our student athletes have.
What was your favorite event that you've covered so far with NKU?
It had to be our win over UC last year. Overall, it just meant more to everybody here, not only to current students or players, but also all the alumni that were there. Just being in the right spot at the right time, having your camera out and just capturing those moments. It's arguably my top moment.
I mean, how can you not say the big dance? We went to the NCAA March Madness. So cool being one of the photographers on the floor, being right there with the action.
On the Italy trip with the men's basketball team, and that was a ton of fun. Getting to experience this culture with the team and really grow relationships. I think in creative services, you always want to try to have a real relationship with the athletes and the coaching staff. And so to be able to spend that time with them and get to know them on a more personal level, I think that was a lot of fun.
What's it like working with the student athletes and having a hands-on relationship with them on a day-to-day basis?
I love working with the men's team. They're a load of fun. Both the athletes and the staff, they're both incredible to work with.
I get to see different personalities and how the guys are when they're playing, when they're not playing, how much of a family they are, and how much the coaches care. It's just so nice to be a part of that family.
Coach Horn is a pretty unique guy to work with in the sense that he gives you a ton of access to the program, lets you in on everything. What's it like working with a coach who has that media background and really understands what you're trying to accomplish?
I think it's awesome to have a head coach with media background, especially post-game or even at practices and stuff like that, being able to kind of put a camera on him and kind of get, up close and personal sometimes with this big camera that can feel uncomfortable. But it's awesome that, he's been there and he knows kind of what the deal is with that. And we're really blessed to have a coach who allows us to be in a lot of practices and a lot of workouts and a lot of film sessions, just giving us another outlet to create and build our student athletes up further, especially in the off season. You want to know what your team is doing to prepare for the next season, and having access into what would be a lot of close practices, being able to go in there and see Quez hitting threes, seeing Cade dunk on somebody.
Coach Horn, he is one of a kind. I love him dearly. He has really made my job a lot easier. He's open to always letting me do my job, letting me do my thing. He always says, I want your opinion on it. I want you to do it how you do it. He really trusts me with the guys and trusts me to do what I do. He just wants to see what I create, and he's just always been there for me.
But we don't want to spare any expense or be any less committed in the things that really impact our program at a high level. And there's no question that the media coverage are crucial to that. And our team does a fantastic job. I can't tell you how many times I've had either somebody else in our business or some part of our business, or even maybe just a friend say, man, your social media is really good. It helps me keep up with your team and your program. It's local for sure, but it's also national in nature, in fact, even international, because of the access people have to it. And the fact that we have people dedicated to making sure that we're doing a good job with that means so much.
It means a lot, from the coaching staff, from the managers, the GAs, people like that, and also, the media team who doesn't get a lot of credit for what they do, but they put in a lot of hours, to help us, and to build our brand at Northern Kentucky University. Allows us to be recognized by people who haven't heard of us, and allows us to be seen.